Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. My name's Marisa. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. So, happy Wednesday. It's been beautiful. Well, it was really rainy. I think there was a big storm on the East Coast. Um, but ever since the storm passed, it has been beautiful outside. And it's just nice and cool, and the wind's blowing. It's just a nice fall day, fall week. But I hope you guys are having a good week. Um, I just wanted to say thank you so much for praying. I had a few people reach out with prayers and emails and stuff, and I was just like, it was very encouraging praying for my friend Betty Jean, and also, um, like I was able to go to the eye surgeon, and he decided to schedule the surgery for my eye, for my right eye, on December 5th. We're gonna hold off on the left eye, but just this one's really bad, and so yeah, like it's already gonna happen on December 5th, and that's so exciting because this eye is really, really, really causing me a lot of issues, especially in the last year. And so God is so good, y'all. Like y'all don't even understand like how many things that were wrong with me just 3 months ago, and that God is like systematically like lined it up to get taken care of every single one of these things. My gallbladder getting taken out. I've been to the dentist. I've been to the let's see. I've gotten on some like diabetes medicine that's like helping me lose weight and feel better. It's got all my numbers back down to normal, all my blood sugars back. I mean, God is so faithful, y'all. Like I feel even in 3 months, I feel like a brand new person. And I know it's like the big turnaround. Sometimes the big turnaround is like a big turnaround. It's like it's slow and steady, but um, you know, just in a few short months. I mean, 3 months ago, I really felt like I was gonna drop dead walking down the street. Hey, Ashley. Um, and now I just feel like I'm getting my life back, and having my gallbladder taken out was a huge, like I woke up from the surgery literally feeling better. Like my stomach had been hurting for so long and so inflamed in that spot that like instantly it felt better coming out. But I didn't know that because I had been suffering with pain for so long. And so anyway, during that time of not feeling well, I took out my dreads because I was like overheated, all like it was summertime, and my blood pressure was sky high. And so I felt like I was burning up from the inside out, which the last 2 years I would say I was overheated a lot, and really hot all the time. And so now that my blood pressure is stable and my thyroid's stable again and everything's like back to normal, now I'm like freezing all of a sudden. And I love it. I love that feeling of being cold. But you know when I took my hair, when I cut my dreads off, like I felt naked. I felt like everything had been stripped from me, from my friends to the finances to the health to now even my hair. My hair's shorn, And but at the time I was like, it's just hair. It's fine. It's like I want to get rid of it. It's hot. I can't live with it like right now. I love it, but I just it was too hot for me to like even have it in the car, living in my car in the summertime with all the health conditions. It was miserable, and it had to go at that point, and I just felt like afterwards, like ever since then, I've just been trying to do hair treatments and get my health back on my roots, like letting it all grow back in thicker. And a lot of times we get stripped back like that, and the hair is just an outward representation of what it feels like inwardly. When God cuts us back, when he prunes us, it can feel like, ooh, Lord, you cut a little close there. There's nothing left. Like I've got nothing. I feel a little bald. Like that's the way it feels spiritually sometimes. I mean, sometimes he'll cut us back in the spirit too, where it's like our anointing is gone and we can't formulate sentences even. Like for me, even just not being able to read normally like I normally do because of my eye situation for the last almost a year now, and I am a writer. I write books. I mean, I'm writing a book, and I can't hardly focus on the computer because my eye is doing this thing, and it makes everything harder. Um, it wears you out over time, trying to just do basic things that you love to do. It like when you have things going on, it's wearisome to your soul, and then you just kind of give up on the things you love because it sometimes it's just too difficult. and there's pressing seasons, you know, and it feels like sometimes the things we love most get taken away from us because of other issues in our life. Sometimes it's financial resources. We can't continue to do the things we love. Sometimes it's just the situational things. We have other things taking priority or whatever. But it's sometimes in their seasons of pruning, we just have to accept and let it go and just be like, Lord, if you want me to have this in my life, it will come back around. It will come back to me. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to lay it at your feet. And if it comes back to me, it was meant to be. It was part of my life. But sometimes it's like just the act of laying it on the altar for him and just surrendering it to it, surrendering whatever it is that you love deeply, you know, at his feet. It's like, yes, I love this, but if it's going to take me away from you, or if it's going to be at fight to continue this or whatever. Sometimes things are just an idol to us and we don't know. And just by laying it at his feet, we show him that this is not an idol to me. I'm giving it to you because I don't really care either way. I serve you regardless, you know? And a lot of times, he wants to see if it is an idol to us, just to see if we will lay it down and forget about it. And then he's like, no, all right, I checked your heart, it's good, you know, like you can have it back now. And he brings it right back around, you know. Some things are just little tests like that, and that's happened to me multiple times in my life. And then sometimes it's just for a season where you need, some things need to be taken away or stripped away so you can concentrate and focus on other things that you didn't even know were in you. Like you will discover things in you and things that you're capable of in situations that you're forced into, sometimes by necessity, not even because you were like, oh, I know I learned this cool thing or I learned this new skill. It wasn't because you were trying to learn it, it was because you had to learn it, you know. And it was sometimes by the Lord will like take away things out of our lives that we think we need to bring us into other things that we actually need to develop us in a much fuller, richer way. And some of those things are also just temporary that he removes from our lives. But it's all in how we handle it. I think a lot of it is just like like for me, there's many things that I just lay down and I'm like, all right, Lord, you'll bring it back around when you want to. And one of those things was when I cut my hair, you know, like a few months ago. I was like, it's just hair, it's fine, it's not a big deal. And then I didn't think about it again. And everywhere I went, like my buddy Giovanni, he's like my best friend here, and like we met because he has long dreadlocks too that look just like mine, so we look like hair twins, you know. And I had been working on his hair, and so of course, as soon as he saw me, he was making fun of me because we make fun of each other all the time. And so anyway, he's made fun of me nonstop, railing on me like the entire time. And I'm like, it's funny, it's just hair, Giovanni, it's just hair, you know. And but I let it go, you know. But even that, and then having short hair because I had to cut off all the unhealthy parts, and so having a really bad haircut because, you know, it was a bad haircut, it wasn't what I wanted, you know. And it was funny because like every time me and Giovanni go out somewhere, like the women just hit on me like crazy, like I'm getting chased down in the streets, and like he's like, oh my gosh, they're after you, like everywhere we go, every single where we go. And I'm like, Giovanni, I can't keep my hair like this, it's just not gonna work. And he's like, you got a bad haircut, dude, it's like a magnet, you know. So anyway, it's a joke to us, like I'm laughing about it really honestly, but I was like, still, like, it's just hair, it's fine, I'll just have to buy a hat, or I just been wearing the headband or whatever. And anyway, so then like last week, like 3 nights in a row, I dreamed of my dreadlocks, and I was like, oh, I woke up and I thought they were still there, and I was reaching for them. And it was so weird because I never dream about hair, but like 3 nights in a row I was dreaming about them. And and um and I woke up on the third morning, and after the third time, and I was like, am I supposed to have them back? Am I supposed to put them back in? Because I saved them in a bag, and I was like, I can just put them back in, you know. And and literally I was like, if I'm supposed to have them back, just give me a sign. And that same day, my friend who lives back home, she does hair, she does dreads. And I talked to her online, and literally out of nowhere she messaged me, and we got to talking about hair and stuff. And she had extra hair that she was going to send me. And so now tomorrow I'll pick up some hair, and this time though, you know, it's like I just feel like I'm just gonna put it back in, but this time I'm doing it totally different than I ever, like I had never anticipated doing blonde hair, but this time I'm gonna do like a dirty blonde, and it was just like it worked out perfectly where I had let it go. I wasn't even thinking about it, but I was like, you know what, if it's supposed to be, it'll be. And I had given her a bunch of hair a while ago, and when we were talking, she's like, well, this girl ordered this hair and she never used it. She changed her mind, and I still have it. If you want it, I'll send it to you. And I was like, I would love that, you know. So she's like, yeah, I'll drop it in today. So anyway, it's so crazy because it just worked out perfectly, and it's kind of taken me out of my box because I wouldn't normally put in blonde hair in my hair, but now that I took out my dreads, I was like, oh, it's all gray now, you know, it's like turning gray, and I don't dye my hair, so dark hair is hard to hide the gray, and so blonde hair, it blends, you know, it blends. So when you're going gray, oh, for a woman, if you're going gray, you should dye your hair lighter colors to blend the gray, and so if you're gonna dye it, but by me adding blonde to my hair, it'll also do the same effect, but without me having to dye it, which is I don't want to dye my hair. So it solves that problem for me. So it kind of killed two birds with one stone. I was like, oh, I get my dreads back, and it's gonna be like the blonde that is gonna cover the gray, and I won't have to dye my hair. It like fixed all the problems, and I was just like, this is crazy because I really wasn't anticipating putting them back in, and I had let it go. I just like, Lord, it's just hair, you know. But yeah, I mean, it has been like, I mean, I guess I would say challenging, but it really didn't bother me. You know, the getting made fun of or hit on, I was laughing about it, you know. But but for whatever reason, you know, I like having them. It's much easier when you're living in your car to have them. Um, it's much easier in life to have them. I mean, I wash them once a week, and you know, it's so low maintenance, and I'm a very low maintenance person. So for me, it's like just the best hairstyle in the world because it's so low maintenance. But um, you know, for other people, they don't. It's not for them, and that's fine, you know. But anyway, I wasn't looking to put them back in. It just happened that way, and it worked out for free, and it was just like, okay, let's do it, you know. So I'm gonna try something new with it, you know, and just see where it goes. But I just say, if it's meant to be, it'll come back around. Just lay it at his feet, and he'll bring it back around, you know. But it's not something that, and many things like this in my life where many things have worked out. Sorry, many things have worked out like that, like where what I mean, jobs I've laid down at his feet, or career paths, or anything. I've just laid it at his feet, and it just came back around when it was supposed to. And even with the dreadlocks, putting them back in, it's really exciting too, because me and Giovanni were like gonna film a bunch of content for and start a dreadlock channel on TikTok, just so we can drum up business, because he can do hair too. He just can't do his own hair, so I do his hair for him. But so we were gonna actually like we've been trying to drum up business with the dreadlock stuff, and so we're gonna film the whole making the extensions and putting them in, and the whole process, so that we can make little TikTok reels out of them, and like kind of drum up business for the dreadlocks. So it'll actually help me on two fronts too. Um so so I just thought that was awesome, you know, like, because I can't stop thinking about doing hair, you know. I'm still doing his hair, but when I had my locks in and I was walking down the street, people were just like walking up to me, and they were like, who does your hair? You know, they were just asking me, because it's like a walking advertisement, you know. Now that I'm bald, or, you know, short hair, nobody's even thinking anything about dreadlocks when they look at me. So if I'm trying to like do it as a way to make some money, then like it's better if I have them too. So that's, I mean, I think it's awesome. But anyway, so yeah, so things are like I said, things are definitely turning around. You know, it's starting to get cold a little bit. I mean, I like it. It feels good to me. But you know, winter's coming, I guess. But I would much rather be cold than hot, so I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. I'll be cold any day over being hot. So, but the seasons are changing, you know. But this winter feels good. I mean, I'm getting all my stuff taken care of. My eye surgery will be on the 5th. I have a root canal I have to get done. I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna do it. I have a consultation in a couple weeks. I think next week. So I know I got like some more things I need to get done, but things are just like in step, in stride. And I've been kind of hanging out in a new part of town, and just being more. I mean, I'm still hanging out with my friends, but like being more mindful of like how much time I spend with which people and who I'm around. And I think that's helping me a lot, because before I was like, up until last week, I was just kind of like hanging out with whoever just to have something to do. And so I was just kind of like, just to spend time with other people and not be alone, you know? But really, I was not um, prioritizing my time with the Lord, or just I can't even talk. Prioritizing, I can't say that word now. All of a sudden, I wasn't concentrating on my things that I needed to take care of, and I was kind of like just losing sight of the quiet time and the focus and stuff, because I do spend a lot of time. I need to spend a lot of time alone. I'm one of those people. And so I was just kind of like not wanting to be alone. So I wasn't focusing my energy where I needed to. And so the past couple weeks I have been, and I feel so much better. Like I feel so much more refreshed. So anyway, that's about it. I don't know. Was there any? Oh yeah, please pray for my friend Betty Jean, because she still needs your prayers. She's fighting her little tail off. So she's my BFF, and I love her. I wish I could be there with her right now, but she's uh she's definitely hard headed, and that's much needed right now in her struggle. So anyway, I just continue to pray for you guys as well, and I love you guys. I hope all is well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.